Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Sarcasm Speaks, and we are Jared and Bob. Here we are. Um, I know I mentioned in the last episode, obviously, because we're doing back-to-backs here, and this isn't going to come out till next Monday. But we got a little sidetracked on all the the politicking stuff in the last episode. But I did want to at least touch on, at least briefly, which I know it's going to be a week from now. But did you see the stuff with Boston where the guy got shot with a knife by a cop?
I've heard.
So there was a guy who chased a couple people into a Chick-fil-A, I think, with a knife, or he was like threatening people with a knife. There happened to be an off-duty cop in the Chick-fil-A where this was happening, and the cop intervened, right, and pulled a gun and said, "Hey, like chill the fuck out," right? Probably like put the knife down, do whatever. And the guy did not comply, so the cop shot him, right? Um, the guy ended up dying, right? It wasn't immediate, but he did end up dying. And the mayor of Boston, Mayor Wu, came out and offered her condolences to the victim of the shooting. And
I actually
everyone
did.
was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" And then like 2 days later, because this happened over the weekend, um, or like at the end of last week. And then a couple days later, maybe this was yesterday, our time, um, she was at a speaking event and people were like, "Hey, we just wanted to like, kind of double check and make sure that like you knew what you were saying before." And she was like, "Yeah, no, absolutely." She doubled down. She goes, "Yeah, any loss of life is tragic. It's terrible that that person died." And everyone's just like, "Yeah, but didn't he have a knife and he was threatening to like stab people?" And he obviously didn't comply with the cop when he told him to put the knife down. But yeah, this is what we're doing now.
I don't know how people elected her. And also, I don't know what the competition was, but
I
she
don't really
she
remember.
sucks, man.
She's fucking terrible. I don't know who's worse, her or the governor. Probably her, if we're being honest.
No, I think
It's
like
really close. It's real
I would say
close.
it's a race to the bottom.
But I think she's probably worse.
Yeah, I think so. She is out of her fucking mind.
Yeah. It blows my mind. Dude, guy goes into Chick-fil-A with a knife, threatens people, off-duty cop pulls his gun, says, "Get rid of the knife," right? Doesn't, gets shot, and the mayor of the city goes, "Oh yeah, poor guy. I hate to lose a life. Any loss of life is terrible." The guy was a fucking scumbag who was threatening people with a knife. Dude,
Yeah, but
like
she hates cops, though.
there is no
That's the thing.
greater there is no greater example of play stupid games, win stupid prizes
Yeah,
than
but
that.
it doesn't meet her, so it doesn't meet her agenda though to show sympathy or like applaud the police. She
True.
doesn't like the police.
True. So yeah, it's wild. People are losing their fucking minds all over Twitter. And it's funny because I've seen, maybe it's just my algorithm, but I've seen a lot of people be like, "We got to get rid of her."
Yeah, but do these people actually live in Boston?
I don't know.
Because
That's the
it
other
seems like a
thing.
lot of people don't like her, but they're not in Boston. They can't vote for her
Right.
or vote against her.
Right. Right. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think she won in a runoff. I think it came down to her because there was like 4 or 5 people that were running for mayor of Boston at the time. And I think it came down to two people. I think it was between her and someone else. Like they both got, I don't know, obviously, the ins and outs of politics of the election po politics for the city of Boston. But if there were like five people that ran, I think it if there's probably a threshold that you need to get of votes in order to win, right? Like it might be like, you know, 48% or something. Um, and if no one hits the threshold, they take the top two people and then do a runoff. And I think that's what happened. And I think that's how she won, right? That like she didn't actually win because like 72% of the city voted for her. She won because she was one of the two people that got the most votes, and then she just beat the other person in a runoff. I think. Are you looking it up?
Trying.
Yeah. Let's see if ChatGPT is quicker. How did Mayor Wu get elected in Boston? Michelle Wu was elected as Boston's mayor in 2021 following a series of significant events and strategic decisions. Incumbent vacancy, right? In March 2021, then Mayor Marty Walsh resigned to become the U.S. Secretary of Labor under President Biden. This left the mayoral seat open with City Council President Kim Janey serving as acting mayor. Wu announced her candidacy in September 2020 as a progressive
I
alternative.
think he won big. Over
Primary
64%.
primary election success. Maybe this is what I got confused of with the primary. Um, Yeah, because in the non-primary preliminary election held on September 14th, 2021, Wu secured the top spot with 33.4% of the vote, advancing to the general election alongside fellow city councilor Anissa Essaybi George, who received 22.5%. So maybe that's just how the Boston mayoral election works. You have a preliminary election first, and then the top two vote getters go head to head after that. Like maybe that's just normal. Like it wasn't a threshold thing. Um, Wu garnered significant endorsements from Elizabeth Warren, Ed Markey, Ayanna Pressley, and the Boston Globe. On November 2nd, 2021, Wu won the general election with over 64% of the vote. Yeah. So it sounds like that's how the Boston I don't know why I can't say that word, the mayoral election works. They have a preliminary election with everyone because it's a nonpartisan preliminary election. So like everyone runs that wants to run for mayor, and then whoever gets the two most votes, those are the people that go head to head in November on the ballot. Kind of an interesting way of doing things.
He sucks. Fuck Boston.
But yeah, she sucks. Yeah. She sucks. The city sucks. Everything
They
about that
suck.
just sucks. Yes. So, yeah, you can't be doing that. You can't be sending your condolences out to the fucking guy that was gonna threatening to stab people in a Chick-fil-A.
Well, these are the people. So here's the thing. These are the people you're voting for
Yeah.
in Boston.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't be doing that. I agree. But she has to. Like that is what she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't want cops. She doesn't want armed cops. Like she doesn't want anything that makes fucking sense.
Clearly. So, in other news, on a more positive note, I saw this video on Twitter and it's pretty hilarious because it's going viral all over the place, and it's the perfect spot for this. It's at a Waffle House. So Everyone is reposting this video of a bunch of people dancing to a rap song. I admittedly, I don't know what song it is. I don't know who sings the song either, but there's a rap song playing at this Waffle House, and everyone is just fucking jamming. Like everyone is just having a good time. And the whole point of it and why it's going viral is because everyone is saying like it's full of white and black people, right? So I don't know where the Waffle House is either. I mean, obviously it's in the South somewhere because we don't have any of them up here. And by South, I mean at least south of probably Pennsylvania, right? Because I think Maryland might have a Waffle Houses, but regardless, not that important. The important part is that Waffle House and rap music are bringing people together.
It's like that grip picture where they have the bandana tied together.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. And now everyone is just talking about it and posting it, and it's stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it's funny, but it is also kind of cool that not not that it's cool that people are hanging out in a Waffle House dancing to music, right? Like I don't really give a shit about that, but it's cool that people are making it go viral, right? Because that's how that works. Like people basically choose to make something viral. Like if I put out a video tomorrow of me drinking a fucking Spindrift, it's not going to go viral, right? Because people don't care about that. So it's a video that people care enough about to share it and make it more popular. And it's stuff like that that like kind of gives me a little bit of hope that again,
That you're a sucker.
we mentioned in the last episode, like that silent majority, right? Most people that you talk to are regular people that think that like shit is way too fucked up on both sides of politics. And most people don't want to deal with politics, right? Like I said, like last week or 2 weeks ago, if you're listening to this when it comes out at this point, when I was in San Diego and I was playing golf with those three guys, right? They're all from San Diego. The guy that wanted to retire to Rhode Island was probably the most conservative of the three, but still he's from California, right? I was probably the most conservative of all four of them, but again, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm not that conservative, right? Like it's on the spectrum here, but and also the autism spectrum. I was probably also the most autistic too. Um, but you know, they were all cool. They were all just like, yeah, man, like fucking whatever. Like politics are fucking dumb. Like we just want to live our lives. Like I flew across the country, right? I don't know what is that, 3,000 miles in a random city. It's not super random. It is a major city in Southern California,
I see. San Diego doesn't sound random to
but
me.
I flew 3,000 miles away and got paired up with three random people, right? Three random people, and all three of them were like, yeah, man, like they were just cool. They just don't want to deal with politics. I feel like most people are like that. So to see like everyone kind of partying, having a good time at a Waffle House, and now the video goes viral, and people are taking the time to point out, like, look, it's a mix of white people, black people, Spanish people. Like, not everyone fucking hates each other all the time, right? Like, this is cool. Like, this is, see, most people get along. And yeah, it's funny and it's a joke to be like, oh, it's a Waffle House that brings everyone together. But the fact of the matter is, like, 90% of people just don't give a fuck. Like, again, we're two white dudes, right? In our 30s. You can put me in Alabama. You were in Augusta, Georgia, right? Which is predominantly black, right? But you can throw me in Alabama.
Dude, I'm looking at the Masters.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's not the Augusta, Georgia you're looking for.
it was white that weekend, but but it is predominantly black. normally. 51
They
weeks
ship
out of
them out.
51 weeks out of the year.
Remember, they throw them on a bus, get them out of town.
Yeah, but like again, you can throw us in. We went to Louisiana, right? We went to New Orleans. You can throw us anywhere, and it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh man, there's a black guy over there." Dude, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, they're just people. Well, like people are people, right? That's a fucking quote. That might be the episode title. People are just people.
Are you fucking okay over there?
No, I'm not.
Jesus.
But seriously, like 90% of people are cool. They just don't give a shit. Like there's no like divisive like, oh, well, I'm white and he's black, so this and that, or I'm black and he's Spanish, so he's bad and I'm good. Like all of this shit that you see on the news and fucking social media and stuff, it's all bullshit. It's all fake. 90% of it, it's all fake, right? Or it's the 10% of people that are just way louder than everyone else. It's kind of what I was trying to get at.
Into a Waffle House.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of Waffle Houses. Waffle, Waffle House I, Waffle High.
Wait, there's definitely one in Maryland because isn't that where Vinny was knocking on the door at 6 in the morning
No, that
trying to
was
get a?
Charlotte, I think.
No, no, no. He was. Oh wait,
That was the
hold on.
hotel before we went to the house in Charlotte.
He didn't. He didn't leave Jones's house.
No, we went to Starbucks.
Yeah, but didn't he leave on his own?
Well, we tried to go to Starbucks and we ended up at Popeyes in East Baltimore or whatever. That was me and Vinny. That was the guy. The guy was trying to get us to put a bet through him for the game. And Vinny was like, "Nah, I got enough money on the game already, man. Like, it's fine."
So he left the hotel and went to a Waffle House in Charlotte.
Yeah, it was across the street from the
Oh,
hotel. He was there at like 4 a.m. He was banging on the door because they locked the door and they let
yeah.
him
Wasn't he
in.
looking for like an iced coffee or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there was a Waffle House we went to in Nashville too. So I remember being there with Gina and Rob before Jimo's bachelor party.
Didn't we stay downtown Charlotte? Like, are Waffle Houses allowed downtown?
Was that Nashville then? Did we stay? We went somewhere early. Like, so we got a hotel room before we went to the house.
That wasn't. So that was definitely Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Waffle House was across from the hotel.
No, still never been to one.
Oh no.
I don't think that's right, dude. We remember we were like that hotel was like downtown, downtown. It was right next to the diner
No, but maybe that was Nashville.
that he went to the Waffle House.
Yeah, there was a Waffle House literally across the street from whatever hotel we were in.
Hotel in Nashville? I didn't stay in a hotel in Nashville.
Where have we
No,
gone? Where have we traveled?
dude, I'm telling you, I think it was fucking Baltimore. I think he left Jones's house and ended up at a fucking Waffle House.
No. It was a hotel because I remember like I saw the Waffle House across the street from the hotel. I'm gonna text him.
Do you think he remembers? So
Probably not.
you remember the hotel was at the epicenter, right?
Yeah, no, I know the hotel that
That's
we stayed
Charlotte.
at in Charlotte
When did you stay
was
in a
like
hotel in
downtown.
Nashville?
We went somewhere early for
Fuck. Was it fuck. Was it when you guys it might have been Charlotte, but it might not have been the hotel I was at. Remember because Jones got deployed
yeah.
and then you guys were supposed to drive, get a car, drive to Baltimore, drive with Jones the rest of the way.
Right.
But then you guys had to you got flights on a Thursday. And then didn't you just fly to Charlotte and then figure out the hotel once you landed?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. So I think it was Charlotte.
Okay, so as I was gonna say, when
So
we
me and
stayed
Vinny
that
stayed in three different places. We had the initial hotel, then we had the Airbnb across from the fucking 7 mile long freight train, and we had the downtown hotel.
yeah, because there definitely was not a Waffle House at that downtown hotel
No, 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 no. This was like it was a hotel like literally like next to the fucking airport.
in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, sketchy down that way.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah, so maybe it
remember,
was that was just me and Vinny then.
no, dude, Jones, if you're listening, can you tell us if there was a Waffle House like somewhat near your old house in Baltimore?
I
I
don't
thought,
I don't think it was Baltimore.
shit, because I could have
Because I was with
sworn.
Vinny. We left.
I could
We
have
left his
sworn I
house.
remember, but I thought I remembered being in the area. Although I mean, I did get to Charlotte like 1 o'clock that next
Where did we go
day.
first? Did we go to the house first or did we go to the hotel
We
first?
stayed at the hotel first because the reason everything got so fucking fucked up is because Jones had to go babysit the Afghanis or whatever the fuck he was doing. And um so we were gonna get to the Airbnb for Saturday. Like that was gonna be the plan.
Okay.
But because I was kind of on call because versus second kid
Oh
was
yeah.
like kind of coming. So at the beginning of the week, I'm like, I'm just gonna fly down Friday and I'm just gonna get a hotel because I think you guys were gonna drive to Baltimore Thursday night,
Yep.
stay at Jones's, Friday, make your way down, and then either stay with me or it was gonna take you into the. I don't exactly remember that, but we only had the Airbnb
Right.
Saturday, Sunday night.
Okay.
Um, so then I think I said, hey, I'm gonna fly Friday just by myself because I need to work Thursday. I'm gonna get a hotel. It's on me. Like it's cool because I know I'm kind of fucking the plans up a little. 45 minutes after I sent that text message to the four of you or to the four of us, Jones goes, "Yeah, I can't go. I gotta go get deployed to New Jersey." It was literally like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I
I
remember
remember that.
I spent weeks trying to figure out how we could try to play golf or like I was gonna fly to Raleigh, have you guys pick me up. Then we were gonna drive to Charlotte from there, and then somewhere on the way we were gonna play golf. And then I just go, fuck you, dude, it's too much.
Yeah.
I can't do this shit. So I'll just fly down directly and I'll just get a hotel for the night and like it's on me. That's cool. And then when he got deployed, then you guys needed to get flights. And since
Yeah.
you both banged out Thursday already, you go, fuck it, we'll fly down Thursday night. Um, you flew down, didn't have a hotel, booked a hotel once you got on the ground. And then I found you guys at like the mushroom pizza place
Oh yeah.
at like 1 o'clock. And then we went to Top Golf and got fucking kicked out.
The mellow mushroom. That's right. So did we only do one night in the downtown hotel?
Yes, because that was the plan is we were supposed to be like because it almost I
I felt like
believe
we
the
were there for more than one night.
no, just the hotel was only
Yeah.
one night because we were in the epicenter a
True.
bunch
True. Because we went back to the cigar bar. Burn a
because
cigar.
we Yeah, because Friday we went.
When I like slow motion had to stop Vinny from putting the fucking cigar on his leg because he was about to fall asleep.
Yeah, and then Saturday we stayed in the epicenter. We went to World of Beer up on
Yep.
the second floor and
Yep.
watched a bunch of college football. And
Yeah.
then after that, we went to the cigar bar, and then we went and checked in the Airbnb.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Then
right.
me and you wandered around to no avail. I fell off the scooter.
Yeah. That's right.
And
Yeah.
then we went to the game, and then after the game, we went back to the cigar bar.
Yeah, we definitely got our $10 membership year for the year's worth in that one weekend.
RIP, that whole thing, I guess, got blown up after we left.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was talking to a guy in 2023. He goes, yeah, that whole epicenter is gone.
Oh, wow.
Because I
More
think they're,
more business high rises.
I don't know what they're doing, but I was like, man, so we showed up and fucking sunk the thing.
They couldn't get rid of our stink. So yeah, Vinny hasn't responded, but that had to have been what it was. It was like the random fucking like courtyard Marriott next to the airport that also happened to be across the street from a Waffle House.
So, and one thing, the last thing for Charlotte, I do remember the Uber to downtown when I came to find you guys. Uh, I do remember I had my GPS up because I was trying to find the golf courses, and I forget what the golf course is. It's either Charlotte Country Club or North Carolina Country Club or Charlotte. It's a legit club, so that's why I
Yeah.
think it's Charlotte Country Club, and it's on like Donald Ross Way, whatever. The three landmarks I noticed around Donald Ross Way was a methadone clinic, a Hustler store, and a Waffle House.
Nice.
Like, yeah, we are in the hood.
That's funny. Uh yeah, so shout out to Waffle House, I guess, for, really bringing the country together. Um, all right. Well, do you want to wrap this up? Or do you want to do any? I know it's early and we're not going to get any of it right. Do you want to do any football stuff? By the time this comes out, it's going to be like right in the middle of free agency.
Not particularly. I
Yeah,
mean, what do we know?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I see all these rumors on Twitter, right? And that's all you have to go off of. Because then it's like, well, what does this person know?
What does anyone know?
Yeah,
No one saw Tom going to Tampa in 2020.
true. That's actually a really good point.
That was like 11th hour.
Which turns out,
It made so much sense.
but Jameis Winston knew. Have you seen that video?
No, but Jameis Winston is fucking great.
So Jameis Winston was giving a an interview. I forget what podcast he was on or what it was, but he was on a podcast somewhere, and he was talking about how after was it the 2020 season, right? So it would have been
That would have been 2019.
2019, yeah. So it was the winter of 2020. He goes, yeah, it was great. I'm working out. I'm in my off season. Then all of a sudden, I see they're starting to build a TB12 in Tampa Bay. I go, oh, this is great. I'm gonna get to work out here. I'm gonna get to train. I'm gonna get to work out with the TB12 guys. I might even get to meet Tom Brady at some point. And he goes, yeah. And then 2 weeks later, they announced that Tom Brady was coming to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he goes, then I realized I wasn't going to be on the team anymore. So apparently, if you knew the area, like if you were familiar with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium and that area, it wouldn't have been a surprise to you at all because they started building the TB12 like 2 or 3 weeks before they made the announcement.
I think they're all out of business now.
Did Alex Guerrero run them out?
don't know what happened, but I do remember. It's like, hey, we survived TB12. Evolution's still going.
Maybe he had to close those down after he got fucking fleeced by that crypto company. Because I know he
That
lost
could
a
do it.
lot of money.
That could do it.
It's probably like, I can't afford to keep these going.
I
I
really also doubt that he had much financial stake. I would venture to guess he had more reputational stake
yeah,
than financial.
yeah. Um, I think the one in Foxborough is still there.
No.
Really?
Yeah, well, that's why I remember because someone told me it's like, oh, they're shutting them all down. And um I was like, well, we outlasted TB12 because that was like a whole thing, like, oh, the TB12 man. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I remember it coming and going.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I feel like the last time I was probably in that part of Patriot Place was like the fall. It's probably like
Yeah, I
September,
forget when the
October.
news came down. I have no idea.
Because I know it was definitely still there in like September.
It also could still be standing. It just might not be anything else yet.
Yeah. I mean, September was also 6 months ago. Like,
That's true. Like it could still be sitting there in entirety, or it could be a fucking new lighthouse. Who knows?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, well, gotta have a new lighthouse. Everyone loves a good lighthouse. So, on that note, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah. Uh, I need to let the world know that this food exists. So Johnny Kono's has something called the pillow pie. So
Ooh,
take a very, very, very thin calzone. And I mean, like, it's effectively a pizza, but
okay.
it's two layers and it's filled with mashed potato. And then it's
Okay.
topped with cheese, bacon, scallions, things like that. So affected, like they call it like an Irish pizza or something. Well, it's called the pillow pie. They call it like an Irish pizza. It's almost like a potato skin, but like a pizza. Um,
Okay.
and it's like it. I mean, like seriously, like it because it is filled, so it's very, very thin. It's very thin, very small, but it plays like a pizza.
Hmm.
So that
Oh, a
exists and
pillow
it's
pie.
delicious. And yeah, because like obviously the mashed potatoes in the middle, it's like a pillow. Um,
Okay, I get it.
it also might be one of like the perfect drunk foods because you can eat like some of it as you start. You can get a box, like leave it there, and then like as you keep drinking, you can have more of it, and then you can
Yeah,
bring the rest home and eat it in the morning.
seems like a great a great time.
So that exists. So credit to Johnny Konos for that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Because it's not so it's not a like mashed potato pizza, right? Or
So
like a baked potato load
this
because
is
you've
a
seen
stuffed bread.
like a loaded baked potato pie, like a
Yeah,
pizza,
it's
right?
not
Like
that.
it's, yeah, it's not that.
It's not an open faced bread. It's a stuffed bread.
Ah, okay. All right.
But it's a stuffed bread that gets topped.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, like whatever they do, it again, it's like it doesn't play like a big, big, thick calzone. Like it's pretty thin, like overall.
Hmm. All right. I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
And we'll have to go one day.
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll get Bill to bring his kid.
Yeah, shout out to Bill, by the way, on being a new dad. It feels like it's been a million episodes since the kid's been born, but really it's only been like less than a week, really. Actually, technically
Well,
today
by the
is
time this comes
Tuesday.
out, it'll be like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was one week ago today. The kid was born. So I don't know if Bill has the time to listen to podcasts right now, but I know he was listening to the show pretty often.
Theoretically, he should have time to listen to podcasts because the kid can't do anything yet.
True.
No, requires a ton of attention.
Yeah,
He could be listening.
yeah, yeah. The kid is just a potato for the first like 6 months, basically. I forget when they start rolling. I think it's like 6 months. So, yeah. Well, my final thought is another shout out, actually. Shout out to Tony, friend of the show, who reached out to me the other day and goes, "Hey, do you remember what episode I was on your show?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude, no, I have no idea." So I was like, "I can probably check though." So I went back and come to find out, Podbean only holds on to episodes for a year. So you can't just like search our audio catalog further than like a year back. Like you can't find all our old stuff. So uh cool. Thanks, Podbean, I guess. Um so then I was like, oh, let me check YouTube. So YouTube does go all the way back. However, we didn't start video until like I think it was episode 26. Um for reference, I think this is episode 648. So we've done so many of these. Um, we started video on episode 26, and I went forward quite a bit from there, and I didn't see him on the video. So I was like, I don't have the audio because I can't go further than a year back, and YouTube doesn't exist prior to episode 26. So I can tell you it was before episode 26 that you were on. And he was like, "Oh, okay, all right." Like I don't we didn't get into it as to why he was asking or how it came up. But then he goes, "Hey, did you know there's a book called Sarcasm Speaks?" And I was like, "No fucking way." I was joking and I go, "I might have to send him a cease and desist." So I looked it up. Turns out it's like one of those like joke books. Hey, with a title like Sarcasm Speaks, like go figure, right? But it's a series. It's a one of four book series. And the full title is Sarcasm Speaks When Uplifting Quotes Get a Reality Check. So I haven't I don't own the book. I'm not gonna buy it either, right? But I'm guessing it's probably like a joke book, right? Where they have these like goofy quotes and then they just shit all over them, right? When uplifting quotes get a reality check. Um, and it's a 4 book series. So actually, maybe I can ask ChatGPT to summarize the book for me. Can you summarize the 4 book series called Sarcasm Speaks? Let's see what they have to say. It. Sarcasm Speaks When Uplifting Quotes Gets a Reality Check is a 4 part book series by Ian F. Betancourt Lind. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. You got such a fucking lame name. You're going to share the name of this show with your book title. Uh, Ian F. Betancourt Lind that offers a humorous twist on traditional motivational sayings. Each installment presents 100 sarcastic reinterpretations of common inspirational quotes, blending wit and realism to provide a refreshing perspective on conventional wisdom. For example, the series transforms every journey begins with a single step into every journey begins with a single step and a lost passport, highlighting the unpredictable nature of life. Oh, that's kind of fucking lame, actually. I thought it was going to be like making fun of things. This collection serves as a lighthearted antidote to relentless positivity, encouraging readers to embrace life's imperfection with a smile. Yeah, you know a lawyer that wants to send a cease and desist? Can we claim damages?
Probably not.
Let's see
Actually,
when.
probably actually only end up finding ourselves in more trouble.
Yeah, I know, right? The last thing we want to do is shed more light on this fucking thing. I just said, when was the first book published? Oh, dude, the first book was published in 2023. We have been around way longer than this stupid fucking book series. We would win in court for sure. Who knows? Maybe Ian F. Betancourt Lind listens to the show. Maybe we were the inspiration. I don't know about the whole smile thing, but maybe probably
I
not the
wouldn't
inspiration
would
there.
not recommend.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're some sort of inspiration.
Terrifying. It's a terrifying thought.
Yeah, if you listen to this show, Ian, or I'm sorry, Ivan. Fuck, I fucked up his name. My apologies, sir. Mr. Betancourt Lind. But yeah, I mean, Ivan, if you listen to the show, you're more than welcome to come on. I would love to know more about your uplifting book that was inspired by our down placing attitude, whatever the opposite of uplifting is. Down putting. So,
Off-putting.
yeah, yeah, all of the above. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching if you're on YouTube. Don't forget to hit subscribe up above, hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're an audio only guy. Leave us a review and 5 stars on Spotify and iTunes. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. So, Mr. Ivan F. Betancourt Lind, if you are listening, that's probably the best place to reach us if you want to come on. Um, Twitter is sarcasm underscore speaks. Facebook is sarcasm speaks. You can check out the show notes below. Maybe we can reach out to him and we can get him to sponsor the show. We can put a special discount link if you want to buy the book. We can put that. Probably not. If you listen to this show, you probably aren't going to want to read uplifting quotes.
No, it just doesn't really seem to align.
Yeah. It's kind of not really our thing.
Sure, he's a nice guy. I'm sure he pays his bills on time, treats his pets well. I just don't see us seeing eye to eye.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, until next time, good night, everybody.